we go, a whole box of onions. We're gonna try to dehydrate these to make our own diced onions for cooking and stuff, which is really exciting. I bought these onions way back in October and they still look fantastic, but I want to go through these, and we have a dehydrator now, so that's the project I'm going to work on today. This is a dehydrator that we recently got. I actually got this from my husband for our wedding anniversary with a ton of other stuff, but this is it. This is the Weston brand. I got this from Walmart, and at least at my Walmart, these have been dropping in price significantly over the last 6 months or so since hunting season. And I got this for a steal, which made me really excited. I've never dehydrated onions before, so I have been doing some research over the last couple days and then just looked in this book to see exactly how we're supposed to do this. So it says to slice a 1/4 of an inch thick, and it takes 14 to 18 hours to completely dry at a temperature of 125. I'm actually kind of confused on the whole dehydrating time that it's actually going to take to do this, because I've read online that it can take as less as 3 hours and all the way up to like 24 hours. So I'm just going to keep checking these over the course of the day and see how they're looking. If I can, I'm hoping to do a couple batches, but if not, that's totally okay. I've never done this before, so I'm going to take it slow and steady. What we're going to do is actually just start prepping all of these onions. I'm going to go through as many as I can. I have no idea how many I'm going to be able to fit in the dehydrator at a time, so like I said, I'm just going to take it slow. I would really like to get comfortable with the dehydrator before garden season really ramps up, because I'm hoping to be able to utilize that a lot more for food preservation this year. So this is kind of me just figuring out how it works, what I like best, and just kind of learning some tips and tricks that'll make it easier once I really need to get going. I'm really hoping to be able to use it to dehydrate like tomatoes and bell peppers and different things like that. Also some hot peppers that we're going to be growing this year for like red chili flakes and things like that to be able to have over the course of the next year. So let's hop in and let's learn together, I guess. I'm actually gonna pull out this really big bowl here for all of my onion scraps. I'm going to end up freezing all of my onion scraps because I have some whole chickens in my freezer, and I'm really looking to make some chicken broth, and I'm just gonna use all the scraps off of my onions today to throw in with my chicken bones when I make that broth. So here's to using the whole onion for everything. I've seen some people quarter them and some people slice them. I think it just depends on what you're looking for and how much cutting you actually want to do. So here's what my dehydrating racks look like. I only have one dehydrating like tray to put on top of this. It just looks like this, so you put over the top so your food doesn't fall through. I only have one, so I think today I'm going to leave my slices a little bit bigger. I think I might just end up okay, I'm gonna cut them. Oh, hey bud, I've got helpers up here. But I think I'm gonna leave them a little bit thicker and sliced. Excuse the runny nose and the runny eyes. Those onions are rough, man. I don't know why I react so bad to them, but I just do. But onions are in the dehydrator. I set it for 12 hours. It's 9:30, so I will check this before I go to bed tonight. And if I need to, I can turn it back on. But I do have a feeling this will be ready by tonight, hopefully, and then tomorrow I can put in another batch. It did say that these onions probably will stink really bad while they're in the dehydrator. A lot of people actually recommended doing this out in your garage, but because I've never done this before, I want to do it in here so I can just peek on it, and if it stinks, oh well, we'll live. It's only gonna be a little bit. It's now 12:30. I'm just now gonna start my cleaning list. I put the onions in this morning and then took a huge break. I just played with the kids, just did like mom kid things, I guess. We read books while they colored and stuff, and now we just finished lunch. They're sitting watching cartoons for a little bit. Cole's gonna take a nap about an hour and a half, 2 hours from now. I'm gonna start in my dining room because this is the room that I think is gonna be just the best place to start, because once it's cleaned, it should stay clean until after dinner. So This isn't just our dining room. We also have this really old TV stand that we hold the kids' craft supplies in. And because we were playing and stuff, there's like stamps and markers and crayons and stuff. I'm just gonna pick all this up, get that back in there, and then wipe everything down, sweep my floor, and call it good in here. And then I'm gonna move on to some other things I have on my list. This is the cleaner I'm gonna be pretty much using exclusively during this video. It's just a PINESOL cleaner that I recently made for my second channel, and I've been loving it a lot. It's basically a PINESOL all-purpose spray. I've used this to clean my bathrooms, my kitchen table, my counters, my cabinets, pretty much everything. I love it. It smells just like PINESOL, so it's really light and fresh and breezy, and it kind of gives me the springtime vibes, even though there's still just a bunch of snow on the ground. But I'm really enjoying using it lately, so that's what I'm gonna use. If I can remember, I'll link the recipe for this down below, or I'll just like type it out in the description box myself. But this is what I've been using and loving.
Swear I won't forget this. Why do I regret this? In my mind reckless, thoughts are feeling endless. Sitting up, I'm breathless, anxiety's infectious. I feel so defenseless, betrayed and embarrassed. I hate being open, I hate being broken. I feel like an ocean filled up with emotion. Anger ain't a potion, rub it on like lotion. I can feel it soaking, reopen, the scars have awoken.
I've had to refill this sugar container for like 3 weeks. I just have not done it, so that's done.
Cause I've been living life right like I could just die any minute. Going for a ride down the side, PCH, country limit. I don't need a guide, follow lights, take me where I wanna visit. Are you alive? Or just breathing? Cause I've been living life right like I could just die any minute. Going for a ride down the side, PCH, country limit. I don't need a guide, follow lights, take me where I wanna visit. Are you alive? Or just breathing? Flashing red lights, driving at night, windowless ride, feeling alive. Nothing in sight, forever in flight. Follow those lines, we'll make it this time. Blurry street lights, work as a guide to memories that we're making tonight. Oh yeah, we'll make it tonight. Yeah, I'll do anything that I feel like I wanna do. I'm living life like I got nothing left to prove.
Little update on our onions. They're looking fabulous. Makes me really excited to have these going. I'm really liking this, like just first impressions off of this dehydrator is really nice. I like that it flashes back and forth between the temperature and how many hours are left. Good like visual. So first impressions, I'm liking this. Obviously I have no idea what the quality is gonna be like of the product because I haven't used it yet, but it's really nice. And this stunk really bad in the beginning for the first hour or so, but I think once the initial moisture of the onions got kind of burnt out, the smell really dissipated, so my whole house doesn't stink as bad as I thought it would, so that's refreshing. Also, it's nap time. I just laid my 2-year-old down. It's 10 to 2. My oldest gets off the bus here within the hour. This is the dinner I'm gonna be making tonight. I have some leftover shrimp because we had Valentine's Day dinner last night, so I've got some leftover seafood, so we're gonna make this seafood Cajun mac and cheese, but I also pulled a kielbasa out of my freezer, so we're gonna do the kielbasa and the shrimp, rolled it in the mac and cheese. I will link this recipe down below, but it seems pretty simple. Evaporated milk, eggs, the noodles, some Cajun seasoning, obviously salt, lots of cheddar cheese. Oh, I have to pull the cheddar cheese out of my freezer. Oh, good thing I looked at this. Okay, so I need the cheddar cheese and some Colby Jack out of my freezer. Alrighty, so I'm gonna pull those out of my freezer quick, but I also made myself a midday afternoon cup of coffee, and I got really fancy and put some whipped cream that I had left over from a baby shower that I hosted over the weekend. So cheers to that. Let's drink up, go get that cheese. The last thing that I really wanted to get done today was I have a basket of laundry, actually 2 baskets of laundry in the girls' room I want to put away, and I have to hang up some clothes in my room, but that's the last thing I have on my list other than dinner. It feels really good. Tonight is a night that Joe will come home from work. He should be walking in the door here any minute. He eats and then he heads out the door for class. So it's just gonna be me and the kids tonight. So I'm gonna take that opportunity to work on some things around the house that need to get done. I'm just gonna turn on a cartoon for the kids after dinner and pop them some popcorn or something. They could do ice cream if they wanted. and I'll just let them. Sorry, I just looked over. My 4-year-old fell asleep in the recliner. It's the cutest thing. She must have been tired. Trust me, you know when your kids are tired and they're getting a little bit of an attitude? That was her. So the fact that she fell asleep is just confirmation. So she's taking a nap. I guess what I'm gonna do tonight, my plan for tonight is to use that time where Joe's out of the house, and I might go through a closet maybe. I do know 100% I'm working out tonight. I love doing that when Joe's gone. We work out together a couple times a week, but I like having that 1 or 2 days a week when it's just me. It's just like a little bit of me time, so I'm gonna do that tonight. And I think fix my nails because they're looking really, really rough. Here is dinner that I've got going in the pot here. I've got 1 can of evaporated milk on the bottom. I cut up a whole kielbasa. That's about a cup and a half, maybe 2 cups of leftover shrimp from last night, 2 cups of Colby Jack cheese, and 4 cups of cheddar cheese. I'm gonna add in my cooked pasta noodles, mix this all up, pop it in the oven, and bake it just for a couple of minutes, basically until the cheese melts and it gets all ooey and gooey, and then dinner will be served. Here's the seafood and kielbasa mac and cheese. I guess you could call this a surf and turf mac and cheese, but I took a bite out of the corner and it's really good, so assuming this goes over well with my kids, this might be something that I make again. Here is the dehydrated onions. This was 2 onions that I was able to fit in my dehydrator. It only has 4 trays. I think next time I'll be able to fit more, but I just wanted to make sure that there was enough airflow to go through to make sure that everything was dried properly. But I'm so excited about these. They turned out amazing. I'm very excited. These ended up taking just over 21 hours to fully dehydrate, so it's a little bit of a process, but I think it's gonna be really worth it. I'm excited to get a second batch going in the dehydrator, so I'm really excited about this. I think they turned out amazing, and it makes me really excited to be able to dehydrate, especially like tomatoes and peppers out of the garden here in the next couple of months once that becomes a thing. So it's 2 days later, obviously, because it took the onions forever to dehydrate, but I wanted to say that I am going to do a seed haul this year so you guys can get a little bit of an inside peek of what I'm planting in the garden, because I want to bring you guys along more in the garden and the like preservation side of things over the next couple of, well, months, I guess, heading into fall. But I just got the notification about 2 hours ago that my last bit of seeds are finally on their way to me. I ordered them 2 weeks ago and they're finally now just shipping. I ordered them from migardener.com. I'm very excited. It's the first time I've ordered seeds from them, so hopefully they're really good quality. Everyone recommends them and talks very highly of them, so I'm excited. I also fixed my nails and I worked out. I just didn't film that because I just didn't. Thank you guys so much for taking time out of your day to hang out with me. I hope you guys have a fantastic weekend. And of course, I will see you guys in another video.
Some things are not the same as they were a year ago, but all will be okay.